Hey Brickmaniacs, welcome back to another Designer Studio episode. I have Andrea joining me. You know him as Josta11 because, well, World War Brick just passed and we got to take advantage of some of these designers being in town from overseas. So we're taking a look at the Art-O-R as well as the Flakka Verling 86. Which one do you want to start with?
I'm going to start with a gun.
All right.
Big gun.
Big gun. That's one way to put it.
Part of the lineup for Blitzkrieg Bricks. Wunderwaffe business last year. Yeah. So I was wondering what's the craziest gun the Germans had, and this may not the craziest, but it surely is one of the top three. So they basically upscaled their famous 88, double it in barrels, and put this on flak towers in Berlin, Hamburg, and Wien. So when I printed the blueprints of this, I said, this is wrong. The scale is just wrong.
It's too big.
It turns out it's this big. I mean, and it was so difficult to find out all the pipes and dials and all sorts of micro engineering that the Germans put on this, and I think it turned out great. And
it doesn't look like you missed anything. I mean, it's greebles everywhere.
It's 650 pieces for one gun, so it's a beautiful kit to put together. A bit challenging because of how it works, and I decided I wanted to add like power function because this is a desk defense system.
Yes.
So it needs to move. So we have elevation and it turns 360, and yeah, you can put 12 minifigs to man this.
Wow.
Yeah. So
a crew of 12.
Crew of 12. Yeah. So this defended Berlin, Wien, and Hamburg. It wasn't very effective, but if it's a B-17, the B-17 is going to have a rough, right?
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah, if he manages to get home. Yeah.
Cut that fuselage in half.
Yeah, for sure. 128 centimeters, no, 120 millimeters. Yeah, so very big guns. And the second one is my personal favorite from last year.
Oh, okay.
This was on my list for so long, but I never really went down printing blueprints to build this. So this is the Arado 234C. The C version was actually a prototype. We are talking Wunderwaffe, so we went for the C, but you can build also the models that actually fought, that's the A and B, because we have pieces for this, for the two engines version as well. Yeah, so this is the what 1946 Luftwaffe would have looked like. Yeah, so the build itself, was quite challenging to get right because we have a very specific type of cockpit that was really teasing to get right. So I found out that, and I was thinking, I got Brickmania backing me up, so they can print stuff.
Yep. So
they can print stuff, and they've done one of the most perfect stickers ever. Like this cockpit is perfect. Perfect. Shapes is on spot. 4 wide didn't allow me to get a fully retractable landing gear, but detachable, and
that's easy enough.
Folds down perfectly. This one as well. 4 engine, you can build the single engine one as well. Parachutes, and we have this little guy here. So this is funny story. I was looking at pictures of this plane, and as you might imagine, there are not many pictures because it was a prototype, German. So a thing that I found is a model kit, plastic model kit that had one of these. So what's that? After some research, I found out the Germans had a plan for parasite fighters, and this was one of the fighters. And
it's a smart notion when you think about it, right? Because like if your bomber is under attack, where is it better to have a fighter come from than literally the belly of the aircraft?
Rocket propelled, 30 millimeter gun on top of the head of the pilot. Pilot would lean down and fly like this. Crazy stuff. Never built, of course.
Yes.
It's too crazy to be built. So Arado 234C, radar, and all the things you want in a plane. If you build the B model, I suggest putting the regular ordnance that they have actually used to bomb stuff during the war.
Yeah,
so
right.
This would not look right on the
couple
on the
of
B
adjustments
model.
and you have something that actually flew.
You can build two. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. So super cool. Wunderwaffe bricks by Josta11.
Yeah, nice. Two excellent builds included in this lineup, and we do have a minifigure for this one as well.
Sweet one.
So let's bring in Landon and hear a little bit more about the minifigure included with this build.
So on the minifigure side of things, we have this late war German bomber I really love these giant flight suits. These are really heavy duty leather flight suits that they're probably using some of the best leather that they can get a hold of, just to create. I think sometimes they actually would purchase their own flight suits, and as the war went on, they kind of became more standardized, from what I could tell, and it's cool to see these just really heavy duty suits. I'd imagine it's incredibly cold up there sometimes.
Winter of 44.
Yes. So some of the suits, not all of them, were electrically heated, and I thought that was just interesting that they'd have that for that time period. Their boots, you see these little plug-in panels. I'd imagine that would plug in, interfaced with the aircraft in some way, or I don't know if they had like a battery that they were carrying with them.
Cigar lighter.
Cigar, yeah. That's exactly it. They're plugging right in the cigar lighter right there. There's some nice, so this is based on some previous artwork I put together. Drew brought this up to a bit more of a modern standard. And he did a good job with the shading to make this suit look extra like chunky and heavy duty leather. The shadows are really intense. Overall, it's a good look for that pilot, and I think it pairs nicely with this kit. Got the goggles on the face, so he's got double goggles. Oh my goodness! Sometimes we do this.
Oh yeah.
Forget that you included the goggles, and then we have goggles on the face. Maybe those are his sweet sunglasses.
And this is
How about that?
to see better the enemy.
Double goggles. There. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, I think that's the figure.
That's a figure.
That's a figure. Cool.
There you go.
This is quite an array of kits here. I like the shark mouth.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's so cool.
Cool.
So
All right.
cool.
With that, that's the episode. Like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you very much for joining us. Thank you very much for joining us. We will see you later.